it's going to be green light racing here at Monza. Here goes Noah. We're going to try and go wheel to wheel with the leader. Vic, once again, back on the top step. We did say take it easy. Oh my goodness. Sinead's going to go for it here into 14, 15. Side by side, is it going to be Mercedes or is it going to be a BMW?
Good afternoon and happy Thursday, everybody. It's me, it's Paddy, up in the comms box here at the legendary Nurburgring. And we're with the Tatuus series this evening here on Phoenix Sim Sport. But just before we get underway, just a little shout out from our affiliate, which is Asetek Sim Sport. And just remember, if you head down to their store, grab some lovely, lovely sim gear. Get to check out, enter the code Phoenix Sim Sport and you'll get a lovely 5% off your total amount. So yeah, we're at the Nurburgring. Nurburgring. We're off to a good start tonight already, and yeah, we are 2 races left to go in the championship. I'm just going to see, do we have current standings? Have they been updated yet? Let's just see. Not yet. I'll have to get a quick update before the end of the race, if I can. But last week it was Miku who took it from Tatuus from 419. Well, the Mr. Shinzo out of the called now. So it was Miku who took the win last week with 419 in third, Maverick in fourth, and it was Cabanas in fifth, Tasso in sixth, Stradiotto in seventh, Derry in eighth, Fiala ninth, Pitch in 10th. Peck, in 10th, Shama 11th, and that was the running order from last week, and that was race 1. Race 2 was a little bit different, with Tatuus, Mr. Shinzo, taking the lead last week, and winning race 2. Then it was 419, followed by Miku, Stradiotto in 4th, Cabanas in 5th, Maverick was 6th, Fiala was 7th, Derry in 8th, Tasso in 9th. Then we had A67, DMC. Yep, I can read that there. It was 10th, McDowell, and then Peck to finish the lineup in 12th last week. So yeah, it was probably an eventful week last week. But we're expecting more of the same this week at the lovely Nurburgring. So we're just getting qualifying underway. And it will be a 10-minute shootout here. There we go. So yep, we have a 10-minute shootout. And we are, as we see, Mr. Shinzo, aka Mr. Tatuus, leaving in the pink liveried car. And it's going to be quite a squabble out there. So we do have 10 minutes for qualifying, as I said. It would help if I'd had the game noises on. There you go. So it's not just me, you can hear some cars now. Apologies for that. So yep, 10 minutes, as I said, of this standard qualifying setup. And then it is 20-minute first race set up on the qualifying order. And then we have race 2, which is a reverse grid for 20 minutes. As Peck has dropped out of the ring at the moment. Hopefully he comes back. Now we have a little bit of a mix here. We have Pryor and Peck and Sapkin all on the mediums for this qualifying session. Everyone else opting for the soft today. And looking at practice, the soft definitely the better one-lap wonder tyre around here. Probably not so good around the whole 20 minutes, but we'll see if anyone does run that in the race. I'd be absolutely amazed to see if anyone does, but you never know, you never know. But a glorious track here in the Eifel region of Germany. Legendary is the Nurburgring. These guys just obviously doing the GP circuit, not the Nordschleife. It would be entertaining to see one of these go around the Nordschleife. It would be more entertaining to see if anyone could actually get to the end as somebody goes off in the background there. Oh no, it's Miku just ahead who's rolled up onto the grass. Oh, not the start of his qualifying that he would have wanted. But we are going to go on board with Shinzo, Mr. Tatuus, as he starts his flying lap round here. As we see Pryor, Mav and 419 have already started. Just ahead of us there is the orange liveried car of Mav. But we're going to stick on board here with Shinzo. Lovely little view there into the braking zone. Lovely, and he's made that really neat and tidy. Yes, running the softs. Again, the only couple that are not at the moment are Savkin and Pryor. They're the only two on the mediums. Everyone else running the softs now. Peck was running mediums, but I don't know if he's coming back in. What a great view this one on board. And straight back off again, TV director doing his own thing 7 minutes ago. We're still waiting on the first fast laps coming in. Everyone has basically set their banker lap, except for Miku right now, who, as we saw, had gone off just ahead of Tatuus here after the Schumacher S's, which we are approaching now. So lovely swinging left and right here. Oh, the grip, flat out. No effort at all for Shinzo. See Cabanas there in the background, and he's got James behind him. Maverick is just ahead, but he is 6 seconds up the road. There's Maverick there as they come up to the end of the lap here. Track temperature is 37 degrees, the air temp of 26, so a lovely, lovely day up the mountains here in Eiffel, Germany. Wind speed of 10 km/h, again another northeasterly. As Mav sets the first real decent time, 1:57.491 there on the softs, as we see Shinzo do a 1:56.7, so already 0.7 down, but Cabanas banging in a 1:56.651. 5/1000ths of a second separates the top two, so that's Cabanas, Shinzo and Maverick. 1, 2 and 3 so far. Pryor is just been dropped down to 5th, with Miku now taking 3rd from Maverick. So Matt the highest of the medium runners at the moment. Prison is in 6th, running on the softs. James in 7th on the softs. Savkin, Fiala and 419 yet to run decent times. No, Savkin has. He's run a 1:59.865 on the mediums. Shinzo coming out again. He'd made a mistake there. As we're having a little look at Fiala. There's he at the moment. He is sitting in 9th. Yet to set a time on his softs. He's had some solid running the last few races, Fiala. He's just kept himself to himself. Had a little bit of bother now and then, but he still came back with some points. Got some really nice views around here of the day. On board these kind of hybrid Formula 3, Formula 4 cars. Honestly, couldn't think of a better place to run these things, as Fiala goes really wide there. Oh no, that was my mistake. That was Prison that have gone really wide there. Just, quickly change something while I can. I'm just going to move that over because it was annoying me. And back to where we were. So here we go with Fiala taking the right-hander and sticking the power on, looking for an improvement. P10 now. Again, yet to set a decent lap. Peck is back in, and he is currently 9th, 1:59.915. At the front, it is still Cabanas from Shinzo, from Miku, from Maverick. Top 4 unchanged. Pryor in 5th, Prison in 6th, James in 7th. Then it's Savkin, Peck and Fiala, as we see Miku goes faster than Shinzo there. And that gap now down to literally nothing between these guys. Fiala goes P9. I am checking that, Leo. Let's see. Where's Cabanas? There's Mav, there's Pryor, there's Cabanas. As you requested, Leo, we are checking P1, P1 checked. And so far, fastest man on the track by 0.2 of a second is Cabanas over Miku. as we see 419 up to 4th, dropping Maverick down to 5th. Prior now 6th, fastest on the mediums still. Savkin on his second set of mediums, 2 seconds back from the current pole time, P9. And then Peck is 3.4 off the pace on his second set of mediums. Second set of softs running for Cabanas, Shinzo and Mav at the moment. And we are down to the last 2 minutes 20 seconds here of qualifying before we get underway for race 1 here at the Nurburgring in the Phoenix Sim Sport Tatuus Challenge. As I said, this is the penultimate race here of season 13. So we're expecting it to be all action. Matt has jumped Maverick there on the mediums. Great time, 1:57.3 there for Matt. That's only put him 0.8 off the pole. It was a very respectable time that from Matt. On the harder compound of tyre, as we see Cabanas across the line. Did he make an improvement? I don't think so. I'm doing good, Leo. How's you, my man? I'm going to see who else is running at the moment, because we are running low on time. Fiala's still on track. Oh! Fiala's doing donuts. As we saw Miku dive into the pits, Brizzen is going for... Is this going to be the Hail Mary lap with the left? Yeah, this is going to be it for Brizzen. So he will be last one across the line by the looks of things. Oh man, your wheel's knackered. Damn, man. I know the feeling I had to... I've got the old G29 here, and it gave up the ghost doing a Nurburgring endurance race on ACC, and I've literally had to strip and replace all the internals. Oh man, nothing worse. Yeah, it was basically the gears where the belt sits on mine. They'd eaten themselves alive, and then the bearing case had literally fallen to pieces. Well abused wheel, this. So it got repaired, still serving me well. And it'll be getting a run on... I can imagine it feels really, yeah, not the most comfortable thing. But yeah, I shall be out on the track on Saturday in the ACC World Challenge here at Phoenix. So make sure you get yourselves clicked in for that one. That's going to be fun. We're at the Hungaroring this Saturday, and it's going to be wet, and I haven't raced for about 3 months. So yeah, it's going to be fun. But on to the moment, Cabanas still pole. Miku has, I think, just switched to the hard compound tyre for race prep. P2, Shinzo in P3, 419 is P4, Maverick in 5th. He has jumped back ahead of Matt, so it is very tight there up at the top. So Matt, fastest of the mediums, P6, Brizzen in P7. He splits him and James, Matt and James, both medium runners. Then it's Savkin. And Fiala's now on the hards, and Peck will finish up. Yeah, he's going to be at the back. No, Sergey's joined us. Oh, didn't see that. He's there. He hasn't really set a time, but he's sitting there in P12. But Peck will be P11. But that should be it for qualifying. Everybody that could set a lap has set a lap. And it is Cabanas who takes pole by 0.2 of a second from Miku. So congratulations to Cabanas. What a lap that was indeed. And then it is Shinzo in 3rd. 419 is in 4th. That's quite a mouthful. 419 in 4th. Maverick 5th. Pryor 6th. Brizzen in 7th. James 8th. Savkin in 9th. And Fiala rounding out the top 10. As we see, it was that a Tatuus doing a last gasper and getting pole from Cabanas. I think it is. The order wasn't complete there. As out of the blue, Mr. Shinzo, aka Mr. Tatuus, claims pole position, and not by a small amount either. 0.4 of a second over Cabanas. What a lap that must have been, and I wish we'd been on board for it, but we didn't. But yeah, as we said, as Fiala is rounding out the top 10 there, then it'll be Peck and Sergey that round out the last row of the grid, 11th and 12th. So we'll just wait on the last few cars coming round into the pit box. And we'll be getting ready for race conditions here at the Nurburgring. It is round 8 of the Tatuus Challenge here at Phoenix Sim Sport. We are on 8, yes we are on 8. And we have 2 more after this one, so 3 races to go in total. Oh, it's all to play for at the moment, I do believe. But we will see come the time when the results are posted and I can actually do a little bit of research. Because I do believe it'll be on some grid, but I'm not opening that up on the main monitor. Right, so minute and 30 seconds before we get the session underway, then a 3-minute countdown for that. So if you want to go grab yourselves a quick bathroom break, a cup of tea, cup of coffee, a beer, so it's Thursday night, now's your time. Because we'll be right back ourselves once the session's underway. Yeah, Leo, that sucks, man, that it's happened. There's nothing worse than having to do a wheel rebuild or needing a new wheel or, you know. My wheel died on lap 1 of a 4-hour endurance. Was it 3 or 4 hours? 3 or 4 hour endurance race. Sorry, folks, just dealing with some stuff's on the old disky cord. Give me a minute. We still have plenty of time before the race. I will have to get off the grid. That's a given. I was doing something. Seconds, folks, just dealing with something on Discord, so bear with me and then we'll get underway. You're not missing out much. We are still on the countdown, still a minute and 50 seconds till we get lights out, so just chill there for a bit. We'll be right on it. Right, I should be able to get back to things now. I hear cars driving. Let's see. I will be there in 2 seconds. I will have to deal with I'm so sorry about this, folks. I'm just dealing with something. Right, we have lights. Sorry, that was good timing. We're back underway. What I'm going to have to do is make sure that I'm not in the grids. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on. And we are lights out at the... This should leave me in the pit lane anyway. Good. So, we're back. I just need to get my overlay working. Bear with me, folks. I'm just going to set this up where we're missing a good start to the race, and that's kind of annoyed me a little bit that I did that, but it is what it is. Right, hopefully we should start setting some overlays. There we go. I just need to fix a couple of them. I'm so sorry, folks. So don't need that. Don't need that. I think we're good, folks. We're back to the action. Oh goodness, we're running. That's what happens when I'm too busy trying to do other things as well. What have we got? We've got Tatuus off ahead of Miku. Looks like he's got ahead of Cabanas from 419. Pryor in 5th. Prison in 6th. Maverick again off to a bad start. Oh, as we see, who was that? 419 getting a wee bit sticky icky. We've got a bit of a shuffle about in the pack here. So we do have some select different tyres. So Pryor, James, Peck, Savkin, Sergey have all gone for the medium tyre. Everyone else on the hards. And now I need to get caught up about a lap's worth of racing. Oh, it is what it is. But over the line, first lap, it is Shinzo from Miku, from Cabanas, from Pryor, from Prison, from Mav, from 419, from James, from Savkin and Sergey, running at the top 10 with Peck and Fiala running at the back. On board with Matt right now. Got some lovely camera angles here. So, medium runner sitting in 4th. Will have the early advantage over the 3 ahead. However, all down to pace. These guys are quick despite the fact they are on the hard tyre. And will Matt be able to make his tyres last the whole way? Look at those brakes glow. Some pretty spaced out grid so far on board with Prison. And just ahead of us is Pryor. Again, different tyre strategy. Mav right behind as well. Someone's gone off. And it is Savkin who has gone off. We heard it there. Somebody had went into the gravel trap. And it was Savkin. On board now with Maverick. Chasing the back of Prison. So this is on board with P6. Looking at the back of P5 as you see the leaders up ahead. Lovely track this. And it has been a good start then for Shinzo, who's now pulled out a 0.6 second gap. A 0.6 of a second gap, sorry, over Miku, who is 2.2 seconds over Cabanas in P3. He's got a further second to Matt in P4. So a little bit of stretching out at the front. Everyone's finding their feet. Follow Savkin as he battles Fiala, coming around the last corner now onto the home stretch. See how fast those cars accelerate coming out that final corner. So P11 at the moment from Savkin, another one of the medium runners. Obviously he had that mistake going into the chicane on the first lap, which has cost him. On the second lap, sorry. And chasing Fiala right now. Peck has not had the greatest starts of the race. He finds himself a further 9 seconds down on this battle in P12 still. But all to be made up for later. Keeps running. If he keeps running, makes it to the end, it will be P1 for the second race. It is reverse grid order for race 2. But we are going to concentrate on this race here. As we see 419 is all over the back of Maverick right now. He's hunting him down. We see Prison not too far into the distance. Let's keep an eye on this battle then. 419 going very wide through the Schumacher S's there. But it looks like it's done a really good line for him coming into this left-hander. And he's going to be all over the gearbox of Maverick here, who's all over the gearbox of Prison. These three are going to have a nice little fight, I think. James isn't too far off the back of it. Out front, gap seems to be about normal. Posture check, posture check. feeling good, thanks very much. Coffee in hand, race on track, and it looks like 419 was about to make a little move there on Maverick going into the last chicane, but a little bit too far back. Is there a little gap here? He's too far back into the last corner. Oh, this is a fantastic view to be watching this battle right now. Over the line we are currently. Tatuus, Mr. Shinzo is half a second ahead of Miku, who's pulling the legs on Cabanas in P3. Who's only making slight gap to Pryor, who's P4. Prison is P5. The head of this pack that you see right now. Then it's Mav, ahead of the man that we're on board with, Fiala. Not Fiala, sorry, 419. We've got James just behind this battle. And he's keeping within touch. Sergey's there as well, P9. Sapkin has made the move on Fiala a little bit further back. They're pretty matched on ties. We'll see if we can get back and see where they are on track. Yep, it looks like Sapkin has made the move. One wide there, but has made quite the move on Fiala. Petch is unfortunately losing touch a little bit there at the back. But again, just keep running, get to the end of the race, and you'll be on pole position for race 2 there. But there was a lovely little battle going on here. And it was Maverick currently on board with, chasing down Prison with 419 hot on his heels. 419 has dropped back a little bit, so must have made a mistake while we were off camera there. That'll give Mav a little bit of breathing room. Still got 12.5 minutes left to go here at race 1, and all seems pretty well. Everyone seems to have settled down. But we may have to nip back to this little battle between Sergey and Savkin. Those two are getting quite close together on track. Savkin looks to have the pace on Sergey, but we'll see. They are quite a handful of seconds off the back of James, however, in P8. And again, he's just keeping up the back of this battle between Prison Maverick and 419. Because anything can happen at the front. Mr. Shinzo, aka Mr. Tatuus, now almost a second ahead of Miku in P2, with Cabanas now even further behind in P3. And still the same order as before, nothing's really changed. Matt Pryor in 4th, we've got Prison in 5th, Mav in 6th, 419 in 7th, James is in 8th. Then it's this battle here between Sergey and Sapkin for 9 and 10. Fiala looked very late on the brakes there into T1. Noticing a very wide line coming into the picture, and holding on to P11. Then, as I said, it's a further 12 seconds further back, and then you have Peck still running. That's what we like to see. Oh, excuse me, a bit dry the old air in here. Let's try to fix that. That battle seems to have kind of petered out a little bit. They're about equal on pace. Well, I say that. Sergey was about a second and a half faster than... sorry, Savkin was a second and a half faster than Sergey in that last lap. So, we'll see how long this pans out. I kind of want to get back to this little battle up between Mav, Prison and 419. So I think we will for the time being, until we know that something is definitely going to be happening a bit further back there. Miku has kind of levelised the gap between him and Shinzo at the front now, 0.7 of a second. Still the pair of them pulling from Cabanas. Is Maverick is all over the back of Prison right now, and he's given him a very, very, very tough time. This will let 419 back into it, and a gap ahead between Pryor and Cabanas is coming down very fast as well. That's down to a second. So those mediums are still hanging on halfway into this race right now. 9 3/4 minutes to go. And yeah, Matt on the mediums, still hanging on in there to the back of the hard rower Cabanas. As we're still on board with Mav all over the back of Prison. Going very wide round there, so was 419 by the looks of things. Sergey has fallen. He's obviously made a mistake or had some kind of an issue when battling with Savkin, because he's now dropped down behind Fiala into P11. So that promotes Fiala into the top 10. Still just kind of watching the timings on this battle out the front. Very neutral at the moment between Shinzo and Miku. Things seem to kind of stabilise themselves here in the mid-pack as well. Battle for 5th between Prison, Mav and 419. And this is the one that we are on board with right now, with car 49 Maverick. Well, number 2 according to my board, but it's 49 on the car. But he has a 419 all over the back of him, and 419 was quicker on the last lap. So Prison, the slowest out of these 3 drivers over the last lap. Mav's lap time, looking at it, has been increasing. A little bit of smoke coming off again off those brakes. Saw it in practice as well. I caught him when he braked heavy for turn 1. There was a lot of smoke coming off of Mav's tyre, not his wheels. Again, the only one that's smoking there coming into the last corner as well. So I wonder if he's running his brakes a little hot. And I wonder if that'll affect him going further into this race. Gap in the front coming down a tiny little bit, half a second between Miku and Shinzo. So we might have to pop in and check out that one very shortly. We just caught a glimpse of Matt ahead of this battle. And he's still sticking with the back of Cabanas. .419 very wide round there again. Doing what he can to keep on the tail of Mav. These 3 guys very equal on pace, very equal on skill as well. It's going to be one thing to keep up and catch up. It's how you're going to get past them as well, which is going to count in the end. Look at that battle at the front. We can see in the distance there, that was Miku squirreling all over the back of Shinzo. So let's just see if we can have a little skibbity up the front. Let's see what's going on. There we go. It's Miku all over the back of Shinzo. Okay, Mr. Tatuus. So it's the pink, or should we say blossom coloured bleach livery against the blue and black of Miku. That gap has slowly been coming down. There's Cabanas, there's Pryor, and then behind that is the battle that we were on board with for a while, Prison Mav and 419, but we're going to stick between this one because this is for the leaders. They don't get much time because they usually do their own thing. This is going to be an epic battle. These two are always at each other. Almost every single race, there's not much of a skill gap between these two in the slightest. And how will Miku utilise the slipstream down here? It's just going to stay nicely tucked in. Pryor setting his fastest lap of the race as 419, as is James. Now that's going to be worrying a Mav because 419's just gone quicker again that lap by another 0.2 of a second. So we just have to see very quickly, is Mav hanging on? Just. 419 is all over the back of him. What's your thoughts, folks? Who's going to finish and where in this battle for 5th place? Is it going to be Prison ahead of Maverick, ahead of 419? Or someone else going to take that 5th place? 419 looks quick, but he's running out of time. Just over 5 minutes to go in race 1 here, folks, at the Tatuus Challenge on Phoenix Sim Sport. And boy oh boy, race 1's been good, it's been tight. Race 2 is going to be very interesting. Lock up of the front right there from 419. He's pushing hard, but look at Mav, he's right all over the back. But we're going to have to jump to the front as well. Stop having all the fun at the last second, guys, because it is Miku versus Shinzo, aka Tatuus. And Miku is all over the back of him. I also want to go back and have a look at this battle because those 3 are about to have a go, and it looks like Mav's got right up the back of Prison. Oh, it's a battle. Okay, is Tatuus going to have a run? Or am I safe to quickly have a little look at this battle as we're watching? Oh, that's a prison. That's a backwards prison. And that's a backwards prison in the wall. That is not an ideal. That was quite the onboard we caught up with. And this is just giving 419 a run on Mav. So I don't know what happened there. Prison unfortunately dropping down to P8. 419 got the inside line here. Miku's taking the lead from Shinzo. I want to get back to that. Oh, a massive lockup from Mav on the outside. Tries to hang it out long. He's got the inside here though on 419 and he manages to hold it. But 419 is going to have the inside here for the double left, but can he hold it long enough to stop Mav getting the right on the return? No, can he? Just. Battle that was. 419 takes 5th place from Maverick in an absolute fantastic duel. I'd love to see what had happened with Prison though. But this is the shock that I like to see. They have swapped back again. So it was at one point Miku was ahead of Shinzo, no longer. As we see Sergey and Peck are having a battle there for P11 as Miku down the inside of Shinzo. Shinzo's going to run the longer outside line, still got the grip to hold it into the left-hander, does have just ahead, he's just ahead. And Miku's going to have this drive coming to the final chicane. And who's going to grab it? This is going to be an intense last 2 3/4 minutes to go, folks. A couple laps left here of race 1 at the Nurburgring. This is your battle for the lead between Mr. Shinzo, aka Mr. Tatuus, and Miku. Oh, wide line there from Miku. He's looking for the big drive here down the start-finish straight up the back end of Shinzo. He is right on the gearbox of that car right now. And he's going to try and go for the long way around here. Turn 1. And no, looks like Tatuus just had him covered. Cabanas is still not too far off the back of this. 3.5 seconds. Well, no, sorry, that'll be 4.2 seconds off the back of Miku right now. There is a bit of a ongoing tussle between 419 and Mav right now. They are losing back to... They've lost touch to the back of Pryor, who's kind of lost touch to the back of Cabanas now. Those mediums will be screaming with 1.5 minutes to go. But still hanging on. James as well, hanging on for P7 in those mediums. So they will do the 20 minutes. But I can't imagine they're very fun to drive on right now. It must be like 4 ice blocks on the end of the axles. Up in the distance, you just saw there Shinzo and Miku battling. Big lock up from 419. Mav will sniff that one out and be like, I want that. Again, more tyre screeching. The car is not happy right now. But both drivers doing really well at the moment. P5 and P6 is good for both of them as 419 goes real wide there. Maverick can sense there's some mistakes happening. Maybe he's ran his tyres a bit too hard as Mav looks to make the run on the outside here. And he'll have the inside line to the chicane. That's a really darn good move there from Maverick all the way around the outside. What a drive he had off that corner, and he's going to brake late enough just to take the lead. Is he going to hit the apex? He does again. A big lockup from 419. Get over the wall camera, get over the wall camera, get over the wall camera. Yep, that's what we want. Mav still ahead. Is he going to be ahead coming down the start-finish straight? So Shinzo has pulled a half-second gap on Miku. But here we are with 419 looking up to dive up the inside of Maverick into turn 1. We're on the final lap as well. What a move. Is Mav going to hold it up the inside, or has 419 just got enough of his car ahead? I think he has. Only just. Only just. What a battle, you two. You can just see Mav in his mirrors there all over the shop. This isn't done yet. But take your hat off, boys. Lovely bit of racing leaders at the moment just coming down to the bottom of the chicane. So they will be coming back up the way on your screen there. If you look to the right hand side, you can just see the leaders. They are making their way up towards Schumacher S's now, and through they go. We will follow on board with them as they come over the line. So through the Schumacher S is on board with 419. What a view that is, and what a battle he's had with Mav for quite a while now. It's been most of this race. But your gap at the front. Shinzo is now a second ahead of Miku. He's found the grip and has gone. Miku just will settle for our second place. But we are going to throw ourselves to your leaders. It is Shinzo, followed by Miku for race 1. Congratulations, Kamanas. Welcome, P3. Pryor winding up out the final corner for P4. Mav's got ahead of 419 at the last corner. Who's going to have it over the line though? Is it going to be 419 with the drive? Mav with the drive. 419 over the line, just ahead of Mav. Wow! What a race, boys. What a race indeed. James will come in 7th. Then it'll be Brisbane in 8th. Fiala in 9th. Savkin in 10th. Peck in 11th. And Sergey rounding out the field in 12th. Whoa, what a finish, you boys. That takes me all the way back to Bahrain in the MX-5s between Tatuus and Miku. A photo finish, but I believe, according to the timing boards, it was 4:19 by an absolute whisker ahead of Maverick. But that's going to be fun to watch back on, as Mav forgets how to donut. We all have those days. Well, wow. What a race, boys and girls. And guess what? We're coming back to do it again. Because we have a reverse grid order coming up. And it's going to be fun. So stay tuned, folks. Go grab yourselves a brew. Quick bathroom break. We've got about 3 minutes ourselves till race 2 kicks off. So until then, we're going to take a quick break. And we'll catch you in a couple of minutes. Welcome back, folks. We are about to get set underway for race number 2. Just before we get set up, just remember, if you're interested in grabbing yourself some new sim gear, Asetek Sim Sports is where you need to be heading. Head over to their website, get to the checkout with your basket full of goodies, and use the code Phoenix Sim Sport to get yourself a lovely 5% off from us. And if you're interested in joining not just this league race, which is the Tatuus Challenge, we have the MX-5s on the Assetto Corsa, we have the is it the ACRs, VCRs? We've got the F1 cars for AC as well. I don't drive them. But we have them on Sundays, so if you're interested in joining any of them, we have open slots. So jump on and down, find us out. We also have the Assetto Corsa Competizione World Challenge as well. We're coming at the end of season 13 for that, as well as Le Mans Ultimate. So we've got plenty going on, and we've got plenty of spaces. So if you guys are interested in coming to join us, getting involved in some of this racing, Phoenix Sim Sport, find us on SimGrid, or follow the Twitch Discord link in the Twitch panels below. But we're about to get ready for race number 2, reverse grid order. We're on board with Sergey as we're going for all the lights out. He revs up. And we're lights out, and away we go for race 2. I need to remember to back into the pits. We're going to go straight back on board with Sergey coming down the start-finish trace. So it'll be pick from Sergey into turn 1. What a view we have got at the moment into turn 1. Anyone going to be diving up the inside? Fiala's going to be there. But it looks like we're all clean and through, all good and well. Bit of jostling. Maverick finds himself going backwards, so just 419. Savkin is down into P5. Someone's gone really wide there. Was that 419? It was 419, and James looks like they've had a little bit of a coming together. We're going to go on board with Matt Pryor. We saw Mav going really wide there with his little tangle with Miku by the looks of it. Matt here looking to make a move on Savkin early doors. So Peck does lead from Fiala now. Sergey in P3, Brizin up into P4. Matt then jumps P5. Oh, back down to P6 now. Savkin taking the move back. No, those two are going to be battling. Then it's Shinzo and Cabanas. They are 7 and 8. James P9. Miku P9 now, just ahead of James. Mav in P11. 419 at the back. P12. So it's all been go here at the start. And Peck finds himself with a 2-second gap already. Unbelievable scenes here at the start of race 2. Peck has got himself a nice little gap. We're looking to keep that up. Matt finds himself P4 for Fiala. P3 Prison looks to be making it. His back goes very, very wide there. Back into the pack and collects Cabanas. Oh no! Matt coming back on, collects Cabanas and finds himself pointing the wrong way. Not what you would have wanted. And that will stick Matt right at the back of the pack. And he was on a charge at that point. Shinzo and Miku already P4 and P5, so they're all over the back of this battle, which is Brizin. Fiala is going to get chased down. We're going to keep an eye on him now. As all the cars come flying down the start-finish straight. So Peck from Brizin at the end of lap 1. Then it's Fiala from Shinzo, from Miku, from Savkin, from Cabanas, from Sergey. As we see Shinzo going up the inside there of Fiala. Leaves him plenty of room and the move has been done. Matt now leads himself up to P9 with James down into P10. 419 and Matt rounding up the back of the grid at 11 and 12th. Matt, after that mistake, finds himself 7 seconds off the back of 419 on probably a very sore feeling set of medium tyres. But what a start to race 2 here at the Nurburgring, the Tatuus Challenge at Phoenix Sim Sport, and it's only going to get better because we've still got 17 minutes of this left to go, folks. So we see Miku making the move on Fiala, and was that a touch or something? Miku finds himself spearing off the track and spearing himself back down the order. Cabanas is all over the back of Savkin. Something happened there, and we're not entirely sure if it was a lag thing, because that was a very strange angle for Miku to be flying off at. Oh, action-packed here as Cabanas is starting to catch up into the back of this. I'm going to go on board right now with Brizin. As he chases down Peck right now. There is Savkin over the back of Fiala in the background, with Cabanas not too far behind that. 419 is catching on the back of James. Mav sitting in P7 now. So he's lost some places. Savkin has made the move on Fiala. And there's some action going on back there. I want to see this. We're getting on board with it as we're watching Fiala and Cabanas and Mav have a little tussle with each other. Cabanas has made the move, but Mav's a little bit far back on Fiala. Fiala dropping down the order now, P6. As we're going to have to go back to this battle at the front. There's your leader Peck, going very wide. Brizin looking to make a little move up the inside, but he's got to be careful because looking in those mirrors, look at that right side mirror. What do you see? It's Mr. Shinzo in the pink car. He is all over the back of this Brizin at the moment. Will he be looking to make a double overtake? It's going to take some patient driving here from Shinzo. But he's got all the time in the world as we see him look to make a move early on Brizin. And then surely he will dive for Peck afterwards. Will Brizin put up too much of a fight here? Coming into the double right-hander chicane. I say it's a double right-hander because you have to kind of double apex here. Does make the move. A little wiggle on the exit though, but he has made it. Shinzo up 2 seconds. And he is right on the back of Peck. Brizin isn't going to give up yet. As we see, Fiala is still dropping back. P9 now. That's James and 419 making up places mid-grid. Cabanas and Savkin having a little battle a bit further back from this one, about 5.5 seconds down. But we're going to stay on board with Brizin as we watch Shinzo go around the outside. Is he going to make the move stick? He does indeed. Round the outside, easily done. Peck had no response on those medium tyres. And that is P1 for Shinzo. And will Prison get Peck coming down the start-finish straight. We'll keep an eye on this one, and then we'll go back a little bit. And we're going to line it up with Prison. Up the inside, no resistance there from Peck, and that will be P2 for Prison. Lovely little move. And that is the top three. Swapping about orders. Shinzo now will probably look to gap. And this is a big battle going on back here. Glad to catch up with this. Cabanas, Savkin, Mav and James all battling in amongst each other. 419's going to get in and amongst this as well by the looks of things. And it's going to get some spiciness as we're looking. Mav getting pushed by 419 there. Fiala being a little bit of a... Sorry, James being a bit of a roadblock, but Savkin is also kind of holding James up here. Oh, is that Savkin going very wide? It was. No, it wasn't. Sorry, that was James going very wide, who we were on board with. And there we go. Returning to the track is James. Oh, that was a bad rejoin. Was that Fiala that just took the hit? It was. James not really paying attention on the rejoin there. And unfortunately, Fiala caught up in that. Miku struggling, P11 still. And he is a long way back this order. Going to stick on board with this battle here. It's 419 over the back of Savkin. And I mean all over the back of Savkin. Desperately trying to make a move to get past him now is 419. Because his mirrors will be getting filled up with an orange car. There's Mav. Cabanas not too far ahead of this either. Gap at the front. Shinzo is 1.8 seconds up on Prison, who has 0.5 of a second up on Peck, who is gapping at a very, very respectable 6 seconds ahead of Cabanas. We see a mistake there from 419. They'll let Savkin back through. Peck has got ahead of Prison, so Prison's had a mistake somewhere. And we see the move coming back into Prison's favour, so he must have ran wide there. But we're going to stay on board with this one. 419 trying to make the move back up on Savkin. He is round the outside. Mav's down there on the inside as well, so 419's got to be careful. Let's have a little view on board from Mav into this battle. You see that was Savkin going very wide there. Savkin again, look at the dive down the inside of 419. That's a very nice shot of Maverick's head, but I would like to see what's going on in front. Thank you very much. So Savkin had dropped off the back of 419 a bit there. We're just going to let Mav into this battle. And the thing is, Matt's not too far behind either, as we just saw a little squiggle from Savkin there coming out of the hairpin. Mav with a very tidy line through the Schumacher S's there indeed, but Matt Pryor is not too far behind. Fiala and James, they're going to have a little on track, aren't they? Yep, there's Fiala with James right behind him. James going off a couple of laps earlier, as you saw, and straight into the gravel and into the wall, is now making a bit of a recovery drive. Miku, he's there, he's just catching slowly. There's Mav up ahead. And he is making the move on Savkin. Down the inside before the chicane, there is Mav, and that is him up to P6. Savkin, oh, it was late on the brakes there from Mav. Right across the nose of Savkin, but both drivers held it. Well held indeed. So that is P6 Mav, P7 Savkin, Matt Pryor, though, right behind this battle. Can we? Hopefully get back to this battle between Fiala and James. James looking to make the move. Oh, big lock up ahead from Matt. Was that Matt? Mav's dropped back behind Savkin again. It's all kicking off down ahead. James does make the move on Fiala. Miku pushing hard to catch up. We're going to try and get back onto this battle here, which is now really kicking off. 419 is checked off 3 seconds up the road in this battle, so it is now Savkin, Maverick and Pryor has joined the battle. So we've still got 9 minutes left. Mav deep and hard onto the brakes there. Same again. Savkin's got him covered. Pryor, though, all over the back of him, looking in those mirrors. Where is he? There he is. Look at that view. He is all over the tail of Maverick. Maverick all over the tail of Savkin here. He's going to try and move around the outside late in the brakes. This is going to leave Matt open to the inside line if they get it all wrong. But a very good exit from Mav. Is he going to try his luck up the inside here? The Schumacher S's. And it looks like he has, and he's made it. And is Matt going to try and follow through on the back of Savkin? He is. He's got the inside line, and it looks like Savkin's about to lose 2 places in 2 corners there, and he has. Wonderful move from Maverick, and a great follow-up from Matt as well. And it's not going to be over any time soon, as Savkin's going to look to try and make a comeback, and Matt is going to put all the pressure he can on the back of Maverick. Oh, I can barely keep up. We've got 8 minutes of this to go, ladies and gents. This is race 2, reverse grid order at the Nurburgring in the Phoenix Sim Sport Tatuus Challenge. Round 8 of 10. So the championship is drawing to a close, but it isn't slowing these guys down in the slightest. Shinzo now out front by 3.6 seconds on Peck. Then a further 2 seconds behind we have Cabanas. So Peck, he's holding himself really well. Can he hold on to a podium? That's the thing. Cabanas is kind of closing in on him pretty quickly. The thing is, can he hold out as Matt makes the move, or tries to make the move on Maverick? Maverick does have the double, the inside line here for the double, but if Matt can hang it out and hold it out, he will have the right hand side. Matt again running them medians against Mav on the hards. Can Matt make them last? He was falling off at the end of race 1 on those tyres, so he may be just trying to nurse them just a little bit as he tries to go around the outside of Mav, and he sticks it. Lovely move there from Matt on Maverick up into P6, and Mav's not going to let that one slide. This is just letting Savkin stay in the battle, though. He's not too far behind. There he is. This Mav looks to wrestle and battle with Matt. Big lock up there on the front right, but it looks to have settled there. Wonderful battling from the pair of them. This mid-pack tussle's going to go all the way to the line. Still 6.5 minutes of this race 2. Miku has made his way up into P9, though he is still 7 seconds off the back of this battle. And with time running out, you never know. With his current lap times, Miku could possibly get to the back of this battle before races end. Depends how much they hold themselves up. I'm starting to get worried because this battle for P3 has really just disappeared, as we've just caught it there. Cabanas has got round Peck, and that's unfortunate because Peck has been holding out so well to that podium position for so long. He's going to hold it out on Cabanas. He's going to try and take the inside line on him, but yeah, Cabanas has got him under brakes there, unfortunately, and Peck will see himself drop off the podium with 4:19 in tow. But you got to give him something. After a horrendous first race where nothing seemed to be going his way, Peck has came alive in race 2. Saying that, no, he makes a mistake, curse to the commentator. Oh, I need to stop doing that. 4:19's going to squeeze his way around the outside, and that is Peck down into P5. I need to stop doing that to you guys. Matt and Savkin still battling away. Here is Matt and Mav. They are head to tail. And the hard tyres will be coming alive now. Well, will be more in their element than the mediums. The mediums will be hurting badly with 5 minutes to go. But not if Mav keeps doing that to his front right into there. He keeps locking it up. But he has got a wonderful drive here on Matt coming up to the Schumacher S's. Can he make anything of it, though? That's the thing. Matt takes the defensive inside line. Forces Mav to go a little bit wider, but he has a very nice run through the second S's there. As I think that was Peck ahead going off. It is, no, Peck going off. And that sees him drop down to P8. So Matt promoted up to P5, running very wide there. And Mav right up his tail in P6. That promotes 4:19 up into P4. He's catching the back of Cabanas. As Maverick takes a very late dive round the outside and he sticks it. Mav sticks it. P5. And this is really just put Savkin back in the fight. What is going on here? These three are having a nose to tail and they're going to keep this entertaining all the way to the line, I think. Six seconds behind for Miku. Time is running out. I don't think Miku is going to catch the back of this pack in time. He's 6 seconds, 5 seconds off the back. But never say never. It is Miku. He is quick. But Shinzo is walking away with this one. 6 seconds up the road now from Brisbane. Oh, as Mav goes very wide there. And yeah, who's now really gapping. And it's further, what, 5 seconds back to Cabanas. And it's 4:19 in fourth. Well ahead of this battle. He is kind of keeping tabs on Cabanas right now. But 3 second gap there, just ahead. Just behind, you can see Peck there in the purple car, and Miku just coming into picture. James has fallen off quite hard. He's obviously had a few mistakes. He's P11. He is ahead of Sergey still though, but not a wonderful run from James. Last lap was the 2:07, so yeah, he must have made a mistake somewhere. Fiala running in P10. It'll be a good result for Fiala, that one. Just getting to the end, solid P10. And Fiala's getting good at that, just being stubborn, getting to the end. And always seem to be coming away with a decent top 10 result every single week. But we are in the closing stages here of race 2, the reverse grid at the Tatuus Challenge here at Phoenix Sim Sport. My voice box is done yet again. These guys have done it, but this is not over, this battle, not by a long shot. Mav is ahead of Matt. Matt is seriously struggling on those tyres, I think, now. And the thing is, oh no, Mav has spun it, hit the wall, and round he goes. No. And this will see Mav drop the order. There goes Miku, there goes Peck. And Fiala's not going to be far off the back end of Mav now. Oh, that's going to be heartbreaking with such little time to go. Miku all over the back of Savkin. So Miku now up to P7 with that. Matt will have a little sigh of relief that he's now managed to get a little gap. Miku's going to try and sit there and take P6 for himself. That'll be a good recovery drive for Miku after that incident at the start. But oh, what a shame from Mav. That was a good result looking. And yep, just too much power. Trying to squeeze that out of that last corner. And unfortunately the car said no. And he was just a passenger. There is a little bit of a squabble going far ahead as well. And it is this one. These two are starting to close the gap on each other. 419 still a little bit off the back of Cabanas, but not too far. All pumping in relatively equal times. So I say that it's 419 really again struggling at this point. Miku and Savkin. Miku looking to take the outside run here. Peck just behind them. Willie, is he going to run it long? Miku does, thinks about it, going to run it tight for the inside line here. Savkin going to leave him space, I think so. Coming round it, both of them side by side. It looks like Miku has it. Wonderful stuff there from Miku. Up into P6. 3 seconds off the back of Matt, but we will be coming on to the final lap. We are indeed on the final lap, so Shinzo is 9.5 seconds ahead of Brisbane. So we can pretty much say that that battle is going to be good as done. This battle's not good as done though. This is the battle between Savkin, Miku and Peck. Mav just hanging on to the back there for P9. Unfortunate. Pryor looks like he has himself a P5 in the bag. 419 has backed off of Cabanas ever so slightly in that last one. Let's have an idea of what this is going to do in the final lap. P6 up for grabs. Miku is starting to make some legs on Savkin, with Peck right there as well. I tell you what though, Peck could be happy with that result. He did well and he held the podium position for long enough, and P8, very respectable. But it has been a one-horse show this evening, yet again. We better give him some camera time or he'll complain at me, but that's Mr. Shinzo. And he rounds out the final part of the track. Here we go, last turn. And it will be an easy victory here for race 2 for Mr. Shinzo. Back-to-back wins at the Nurburgring. Take your hat off, sir. Wonderful racing. Brisbane will take a well-deserved P2. Very quiet race, very conservative race. Gets the job done. P2 for Brisbane. Cabanas will take P3, so that's your podium lined up. 419, 4th place again. So back-to-back 4th places. Looks like Matt holding out on those mediums, and I mean just holding out, will take P5 ahead of Miku. It will indeed. Savkin will take it from Peck by the looks of things. Yep, there goes Savkin, there goes Peck, there goes Maverick. Very close over the line. Maverick yet again with another absolutely nose to tail finish. Or side by side. Fiala's going to take P10, James for P11, and it'll be Sergey P12. It's Miku causes a distraction and an accident with Fiala. That is your result, folks. And that has been an absolutely mind-boggling set of races, both of them highly entertaining, and I have to thank the drivers later on for what was some just marvellous racing. Some of the best we've seen so far all season. Some good results, some mixed results, some usual results, but that's the joys of this Tatuus series. Well, I'll just have to see if anyone is going to join me in the comms box. We shall see.
Hello?
Hello, how are we doing?
Good thanks, how are you?
I'm doing very well. I'm just going to see if anyone else will join us. I see, yep, I just need to move these guys up here. Just going to move everybody at once, because then I'll just forget. And then I can get to hear you lot argue with each other. It's funny. Right. So, I'm going to go and change the screen so I can actually hear you guys and not hear somebody rev like mad. Lovely stuff. So, wow. Again, my throat. I hate you guys so much sometimes. That was some amazing racing. Race 1, race 2. Race 1 looked a little bit more gentlemanly, very much a neat looking pack. Race 2 was start to finish absolute chaos, and I loved it. We're going to go, obviously, race 1, we're going to get a start in. Mav, how are you doing? Good to see you this afternoon.
Hello.
Yes, definitely want to get your take for race 1, but absolutely race 2, because I think I cursed you. I think I cursed you.
Yep. Well, to be quite honest, I think my right foot cursed me on myself. That might have been my own fault. Yeah, race 1 had a really, really good battle. Some good racing there. Right in the middle of the pack, trying to catch, throughout the race. Just got to settle with what position we got there. Just didn't quite have enough pace. I did take a little bit of wing out of the car, so it meant I didn't quite have the pace I'd like. Race 2 was doing really, really well up in P5, having a brilliant battle with Matt. Big shout out to Matt there. Wonderful race with him. And just Mav things, completely unforced error into the final corner, and spun it around.
Mav things. I did catch you race 1. Come up to the final chicane. It was a battle between you, 419, and Brisbane, and I just basically panned in to an onboard of Brisbane going backwards looking at you. What happened there?
Not quite sure. I have to admit, that may very well have been my fault. I'm not entirely sure. We both coming down into the chicane felt a little bit of contact, but I don't know if it was because I moved, Brisbane moved. Yeah, so I think that's going to have to be reviewed by the stewards, and apologies if it is my fault. I'll completely take that one.
Oh, well, it happens. It's motor racing, but as I said, you were looking on for a fantastic result. Just a big shame with what happened in the second race. Just a little bit of a lead foot That would have been a good result for
Yep.
you, Mav.
Yep.
We need to get a Mav win. That has to happen. We've got two more races left,
Someday.
mate. 2 races
Yeah.
to go. Come on, you can get one this
Two more
season.
chances. Somewhere.
But yeah, thanks very much. Congratulations for a great race.
Thank-
And we'll bring the mic on to Cabanas. How we doing, buddy?
Good thanks. How are you?
I'm very well, thanks. Good set of races for you, both race 1 and race 2. Want to talk us through them?
Yeah. Well, race 1, I started P2, and Marcel had a crazy start, so he got P2 straight away, basically, and then that's basically my race. They ran away with race 1, and then race 2 was a bit more chaotic. A lot happened, so I'm not gonna go through all of them, but essentially got P3 in the end. I thought I was gonna die, to be fair, like first lap. I was on the wall at some point.
You
Yeah.
were, yeah, I caught that, yeah. I can't remember who it was with, but it was you and, yeah, somebody, and then it was like, and there goes Cabanas into a wall. But a great recovery drive that will come back and, still get a podium with 419 breathing down your neck for at least 4 laps there.
Yeah. And good racing with I forgot the guy's name, but there was a guy that was really aggressive with his defense, so that was pretty fun.
Oh, that was the new guy, Satkin, I think it was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's it.
His racing this afternoon with you guys, especially racing amongst Mav there in the second race. Wow. Just, you guys have really blown my hat off this evening. I think the viewers will absolutely agree. But yeah, congratulations on the results. Some very good racing from you. Unfortunately hit the wall, but good comeback. And I'm looking forward to it next week. But we do have a bit of
Thanks.
drama I want to move on to, because I like a little bit of drama sometimes. We're going to move to Miku. And you had a great first race, but I don't want to talk about that. What happened in race 2, Miku? Because I was, again, probably cursed you. My bad. Because I was watching you. I saw you come across Fiala, and then suddenly you did a 90-degree turn and went to Narnia.
I just went far too aggressive into there. Not much I can say on that.
Yeah. That's what I thought. It was a weird angle for me to look at, but it kind of almost looked like the car had bounced and you just snagged his front end ever so slightly, and the 90-degree angle you went off at was very impressive. How's the neck with all those G-forces?
Well, my neck's absolutely fine, but my talent isn't.
Yeah, you didn't really come back through the grid in that second race. I was just wondering if you're just like, we'll just go out and do some testing.
Well, I mean, if you noticed me absolutely throwing the car at the line, then yeah, you could have probably told, but my talent was quite damaged from that.
Yeah.
Took me ages to get back onto the track, but what happened there was I went down the inside far too aggressively and car got loose on me, and that's it. Not much I could have done.
Yeah, understandable. Unfortunate, because you looked like you were on for a good push there with Shinzo. It looked like it was going to be another back to the front challenge that you two seem to be so famous for. Race 1, however, that kind of got off well. You obviously beaten for pole by Cabanas, but you got the run off the line quite nicely. Oh, sorry, second, I mean. I keep forgetting there's this really fast person in here.
Well, he might be fast, but he did mention issues with his pedals during the first run, so...
Hey, also got a quick shout out in the chat. Thank you, commentators. You are the best. Thanks very much. Well, come back. We've got more of this tomorrow night. But yeah, is it unfortunate for the second race there at Miku, but good run in the first race. Some good points on the board. I don't even know where the table is at the moment because I haven't checked the updated one. But I'm not going to leave. I'm not going to say anything until the final race. That's when I'm going to crown people. I'm not going to do any premeditated stuff. I'm going to keep people on edge. But we're going to be short in time, so I'm going to move on very quickly to the guy that won the first race and the guy that won the second race. Mr. Shinzo, hello, welcome for joining us in the
Hello.
commentary box. How are you doing?
How are you doing?
I'm very well, thank you. Great races again. P1, both races. You had a fight in the first one. Second one was a bit of a walk in the
Yeah.
park. Come on, talk us through your fight with Miki. You enjoyed it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was lovely. It was one of the trickiest races of the season since my rig decided to broke during the race.
I did
My,
notice.
my,
Was
my
there
pedal
any...
set was just scratching and cracking. At any moment, it could have just broke, and I just cannot brake at all.
I mean, it was a very good battle between you. I think it fluctuated at one point between like 0.9 of a second, and then the next thing you know is Miku was sniffing your gearbox for about 3 laps solid. So that pressure must have got to you a little bit.
Yeah, of course.
But
Like seeing a fast guy right behind you, it's kind of scary sometimes.
it's starting to get like a little bit of a routine between you two. You know,
Yeah.
0.1 of a second off each other's back end, sniffing each other around a track. It's very entertaining to watch, I must admit. And the viewers definitely seem to be agreeing. Second race, however, Shinzo, that was a bit easy for you, wasn't it?
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Did you miss your friend Miku?
Yeah, I wanted the battle with him.
There you go. We'll see what happens. Next time Miku decides he's going to go off to Narnia and takes ages to come back, just wait on him. And then I'll follow you two having an amazing battle coming back to the front again. How about that?
I mean, not that it matters at this point. The title's already done.
No,
Hey,
no,
we're not
it's
supposed to
done.
reveal that.
Technically, it's not
We're not
done.
supposed to reveal that, Miku. Ah,
no, keep the secret.
that's it.
Too late, I've already blew it.
You're banished from tomorrow's interviews because I know you're going to be in here anyway.
Well, not that I really care. I've been here since the start, or since they were brought into effect.
Brilliant.
Yep.
So I don't really care if I skip a few runs.
Oh, he's going to come back really, really good tomorrow. I can see it's going to be fun for the MX-5s, and that's where we're at tomorrow night. We're at the Inner Loop Nurburgring, if I'm right.
Yes,
Yes,
it is the
we are.
sprint layout for MX5.
Oh, that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that one, and you folks should as well. Again, the leagues are very much open. Yes, we are coming to the end of Season 13, but Season 14 is just round the corner, and we got some big things coming. So watch this space, and we have a thing in the Discord that's just under the Twitch panels there, or you can find us through SimGrid if you just search for Phoenix Sim Sport. And yeah, come join us, because the grid really needs some extra bodies and more folk for the fun. But anyway, we're going to let these guys get away and go on with their evenings because we're just blethering now. Thanks very much for joining us. We'll be back again tomorrow night for the MX-5s, and then Saturday it is the Asetek Corsa World Challenge, Asetek Corsa Competizione, sorry, World Challenge, and that is at the Hungaroring, and the lovely Maverick will be commentating for that because I'll be on track dancing in the rain, probably doing donuts. And then after that we've got Le Mans Ultimate. Oh, it's action-packed. Action-packed here at Phoenix Sim Sport, folks. But for me and everybody that just made tonight a wonderfully entertaining run, thanks very much. And take care of yourselves. We'll see you all tomorrow. Good night for now.